So we wanted to talk a little bit about the Twitter files because there's a really nice little segue there, but of course I had to use it on cutting off the YouTube feed. But basically, all of these operations being done abroad by the United States all sort of kind of came to a head. And
King.
Li Fang of The Intercept dropped the 8th Twitter file dump. And basically,
And so people understand who Li Fang is.
He's
almost like a leftist.
He's a progressive.
Yeah,
sure.
He is a very big progressive. So because everyone who releases this, from Weiss to Talib to even Li Fang, they like.
Wait, hold on. Did you just call Matt Taibbi Talib?
Oh, is it Taibbi?
Yes, Taibbi.
Habibi.
That up.
Matt Taibbi. I get everyone's name wrong.
That's
true. But they label them as conservative or right leaning or right wing in order to try to delegitimize their reporting on this. And it is a tactic that mainstream media uses. And you can't use it on people like Weiss or Taibbi or Fang. You can't use those labels on them.
It's a little it's a little backstory on that. Yeah.
Go ahead. Like last week, Washington Post was labeling Weiss and Taibbi as right wing.
Right. Yeah, we specifically talked about it.
Are completely left wing liberal. And
or even center left.
Or even center left. And they stealth edited it.
I'm worried though that if Li Fang ever finds himself in the company of Eric Swalwell, Swalwell will bang him. Oh, just because he has the last name Fang.
Fang.
Wanna bang bang. Well, jinx. No. Anyways, there's that backstory right there. So we know that like these are not journalists who are specifically in bed with conservative media, let alone with corporate media. In fact, a lot of them, Taibbi, Barry Weiss, I don't even know if Michael Schellenberger would be considered part of like corporate media, but all of them, including Li Fang, they've all been either extracized or excommunicated from a lot of these establishment circles because they just will not go along with the bullshit. And so what's interesting is that The Intercept, which of Glenn Greenwald fame, who started that, he left in 2020 after an editor basically said he could not write a piece that was critical of Joe Biden, and so that was the breaking point for him. He resigned and went independent. He started his Substack. He went like massive on there. I even had a chance to write for him, and then he joined Rumble. He recruited us. We had him on the show. We had him on the show twice, and now he's got a nightly show on Rumble, which you should go check out, 7 p.m. East every Monday through Friday. And basically, it looked like to get back to the point, is The Intercept looked like it was going to go corporate. It was going to go mainstream. It was going to go, neoliberal establishment. And Li Fang is somehow keeping hope alive at The Intercept by publishing this piece and also a long Twitter thread about the Twitter files. And basically what they found is that Twitter specifically helped the Pentagon with all of these different psychological operations, also known as PSYOPs, in the Middle East, and used it as a means to try to amplify U.S. government messages abroad. And Twitter just went along with it, even though they specifically said that they would try to limit, or they testified to Congress that they would limit government propaganda and not allow some of these messages to spread like wildfire. So speaking out of two sides of their mouth, and that it's the reporting that you see here is it's pretty damning. I mean, it's not like at the end of the world damning, because like the Pentagon has done so much shit that it's you know, it's like you know, Jay, you ever watch The Simpsons? You know, like when Mr. Burns he goes for like a physical, and like all these diseases are like jammed through a door, and they won't go through. That's like pretty much everything. All the scandals with the Pentagon, like none of them will go through. They won't stick, and we all know like they're all just so bad because they're up to all they're just shady motherfuckers.
Right. And I can't wait until we can actually see some more of these Twitter files come out where we are seeing them help other governments in similar ways, or other governments in suppressing their citizens and stuff. So if they're doing this with the Pentagon domestically, I mean internationally, and you just have to wonder what's happening to us here domestically with that type of messaging. And the fact that we already have from other Twitter file dumps, the fact that FBI was running to suppress legitimate stories from coming out.
Laptop.
It just goes to show that there's probably more to it than that as well. Like if they're trying to control narrative, trying to control stories, trying to control agendas, this is a psyop that they're working on the American people. I don't even think you need to put that on. I think that's absolutely 100% true.
Jay, everything's a psyop, essentially. I just wanted to put the hat on. I haven't put it on in a while. Plus,
what's it by? What is it by?
What?
What is it by? It's by what?
What do you mean by?
It's by what?
Sexual?
It's by design, you
by design.
Fucking idiot.
It's all by design.
Habibi.